Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Inside of the Dressing Room. I'm your host Rubaijif Dhaka. Today we are going to start off with a very interesting topic. Bangladesh's Test and ODI captain Najmul Hossain spoke very candidly to Daily Sun. We have that detailed interview on our website and today's newspaper. And the person who took the interview is with me, Atif Azam, and we're going to talk about Najmul Hossain and what he said and describe about his contract, his playing career, and about BCB. We're going to talk about in detail with Atif. Atif, welcome to the studio. Let's get into the point straight away. Najmul Hossain spoke very candidly to you, and he spoke about a lot of things which he previously did not, I would say, bring onto the spotlight. So, what was the reason that you felt that Hossain now felt the need to spoke his heart out to you?
Let me tell you another story here. Yesterday, when day before yesterday,
yes.
When I went to BKSP, the first question that I asked Shanto was that it must be a new beginning for you, as most people him retired from ODI. He smiled back at me and told me, "Am I the captain anymore?" That's how it all started.
Right.
That piece I could not put up in my story because it was just a before starting it officially. But that was kind of mindset that he was carrying before coming into the interview. I was the one who asked him why he quit captaincy, decided to quit from captaincy. And he told me that at that point of time, he was finding it difficult to manage all the three formats. From T20s to Test and ODIs. He has said that he did not find it difficult to bat or feeling any pressure, but he was finding it not very comfortable managing all the three formats, so he decided to quit T20 captaincy. Later, somehow, it seemed to him that everywhere it's been said that he is doing everything, whereas he was not the main man to do all the things. So it probably hurt his ego, and that's why he decided to quit from all three formats. But at that point of time, Farooq Ahmed spoke with him at length and convinced him that everything will be going according to his plan. There are a lot of things that he did not mention to me. There are a lot of things that he wanted to avoid or things like that. Probably there can be selection issues. There can be other issues that he did not want to disclose. But when I spoke with him, I understood that everything did not went according to his wishes.
What he desired, right?
What he desired, that prompted him to quit from all format captains.
Right, Atif, continuing with your point that it's been a tradition as long as me and you have followed cricket in Bangladesh, that board has a certain thing to say regarding captaincy, team selection. In fact, we've heard rumors that the previous board president selected 11s for the national team. Whether it is true or false, I don't know. It's up to you to clarify. But did you feel Hossain faced something similar, that amount of interference in his tenure?
I don't think that that kind of interference did. But there were times when, look, Hossain decided to quit T20 captaincy right after the World Cup.
Right.
However, all of a sudden there was in the media it was reported that Hossain will be axed from T20 captaincy and someone else will replace him. So it hurt him. It
should bother
it should hurt anyone because when I am saying that I am not willing to continue as T20 captain and in the media it is reported that I will be axed from the T20 captaincy and someone else will take my place, then it's hurting. And probably that really pissed him off. That's why he decided to quit all three formats. But Farooq somehow managed to convince him, and yesterday in my piece I've written that he said that it's probably 80 to 90%, he got probably 80 to 90% from what Farooq had promised. That itself speaks that he's having a good rapport with Farooq as of today.
Right.
So the rest 10%, it's in this part of the world, Hossain should claim himself to be very lucky to get 80% of what he was promised, because here what we have seen is that board promised something and they don't even bother to give 50%.
Exactly.
So from that point of view, Hossain is lucky. But what prompted him to quit captaincy was not his form. Was not anything but all the things that was going around him. So he wanted to quit, and then later when everything went into plan, he decided to stay back and wanted to continue as the captain.
Right. Najmul Hossain Shanto interestingly spoke about a fact and brought it to the daylight that Bangladesh captain in whatever format BCB selects should be given a responsibility for a longer period of time and it serves a team better. Do you agree with it, and what do you think BCB is going to plan? Because I'm going to talk about this issue next, because Farooq Ahmed also spoke to the journalists today and spoke about something similar. But let me ask you from Shanto's point of view first.
Look, Shanto wanted to emphasize on one thing, that is authority and priority. The captain should be given authority and captain should be having priority. I mean, in a boardroom, when there is captain and selectors and everyone else, if there is a decision is being made, what the captain wants, it should be one of the priority. That is the kind of message that he wanted to put across. And he wanted authority. Authority in the sense that he wanted to have this kind of player, this kind of setup, this kind of preparation if required. All these things. He wanted this thing because look, in England, in Australia, I don't think that any board bothers. Even when England did so bad, I didn't see any board bothering about Butler.
No.
That's the tradition. Look, Rubaz, we have to understand that we are not a traditionally cricket nation.
Exactly.
What Shanto is expecting is that we should act like what a traditional cricket nation does.
Like Australia or England.
Even in India.
Right.
Even in India, you won't have forgotten that when Virat Kohli had got into a problem with Shoaib Ganguly, Ganguly did not speak a word.
Right.
If a similar thing happened here, what would have done?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm just giving an example, just trying to project what's happening here. Shanto wants, he said that if I'm the captain, I'm the captain. If I'm not the captain, I'm not the captain. But whoever is the captain should be given authority, should be given priority, and should be given a long-term tenure. Long-term tenure in the sense that someone coming up now and given till the next World Cup. It means 2 years' time. He'll probably have 1 year time to settle down his 11, his way of playing. And the next 1.5 years, he'll probably work on that
implementation,
all those things. So these kind of things will help the captain do better results. Because you are bringing a captain and you're chopping him after 1 year or 1.5 years, it will not help. And another thing is that if you give a captaincy till the next World Cup, what happens is that the players also know that he's going to be our leader. Come what may, he's going to be a leader.
Right.
So this kind of trust they need.
Right. And Atif, now coming back to Farooq's interview, today he spoke to the journalist and he spoke in similar tone with Najmul, especially in the point of view of giving a longer tenure to a captain. And he told that we should select a captain or the team should be planned looking ahead towards the 2027 World Cup.
No, he didn't say it like that. What he said that he doesn't have a World Cup plan.
Right.
He said that the board is going to provide a policy to the selection panel and the cricket operations. They'll work it out, and the board, along with directors, will have a policy in place that what they want from the national team.
Right.
When that is given to the selection panel will be easy. It will be easier for the selection panel to understand what Farooq's board wants from them. Say Farooq's board want young players in the team. Now the selection panel can say that, okay, we are not going to keep this aged players or things like that. I mean a policy in place so that they can implement all those things. But today Farooq said that because Shanta resigned for the T20s, they're going to select a T20 skipper. I think that Liton Das is the front runner and he will be the T20 skipper for Bangladesh. But the thing what I want to see is that for how long. I also want to see that if Liton or anyone else who is being given the T20 captaincy should be given a long-term captaincy.
Right. And do you think, keeping in mind the Bangladesh cricket heritage trend that the T20 captains have had in the recent past, do you think if Liton Das is selected, he'd be given a clean tenure till 2027?
Yeah, you have to give the new captain at least 2 to 3 years. I mean, it's no point just appointing a captain for 1 year. I mean that there'll be the Phil Simmons is expected to return because the board is very keen to bring him back. So Phil Simmons, Shanto, Litton and all, if Shanto is selected, or say Miraj or anyone, whoever, basically there are 4 candidates in the captaincy slot.
You named 3. Who is the 4th one?
Tuskin.
Tuskin, right.
So among these 4, the captaincy will be splitted.
Right.
So whoever gets it should be giving a good amount of time so that they can have their plan in action and go for implementation not from tomorrow, but after 6 months, after 12 months. Because there will be players whom they would like to see at number 6, but he did not fix in number 6. So he'll probably chop him or bring him up or down or change his place and bring a new player there to get the number 6 done. So these kind of things is a very methodical thing.
Right.
It's not like just saying someone here, Shamim at number 6 tomorrow, and then bringing him out, bringing him Afif at number 6 tomorrow. It's like giving Shamim at number 6. Shamim is chosen, he's giving Shamim at number 6, given a good amount of time, whether he can prove him or not at number 6. If he's not proven, then bring someone else. And if you see that Shamim has the ability to do better in other places, bring him there. So these kind of things need to be prioritized, keeping the 2027 World Cup in mind.
Right.
Not keeping the next bilateral series in mind.
Exactly. Atif, unfortunately, that's the time we have for today. Thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you, Rubas.
Well, folks, that was another episode of Inside the Dressing Room. I'll be back soon with a new episode. Till then, you keep your eyes on dailysun.com/online/sports. You take care.